What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Backpacking Podcast. As always, I'm John Kelly with my good friend, the man, the myth, the legend, Jeremiah Stringer. How are we today, man?
Merry Christmas.
It is the Christmas edition in November of the Backpacking Podcast. We had other plans for tonight, but the virus that shall remain unnamed caused an issue for that. So it's you and I tonight, man.
It's us. We are bringing the Christmas spirit. If you are just listening, John and I have our, I don't know what you really call these besides like the Santa hats.
I don't know. I've had this hat for like 10, 15 years, man. You know, like even Jeff Peters likes my hat. Look at this, man. Animal print. Rawr.
Have you watched this new movie on Netflix, A Boy Named Christmas?
No, did not.
Okay. It is I won't deep dive into it, obviously, but it's a very good movie, and it does share the origin of not only Christmas spirit and all that stuff, but also where this hat came from. It is an integral part of the movie. I urge everyone to go watch it, but not until the podcast is over.
Well, just to mess up everybody's betting tonight, did they talk about poop during the movie?
No poop talk during the movie.
But we've now mentioned it, so whoever bet that it was going to happen at a certain point in this, they just got their whole bet messed up. So we've got people asking questions right now. We're on the wrong side of the screen, and it's messing up my universe. Yep, Ben, that's on purpose. We got to change it up sometimes, man. Got to change it up.
You really do that on purpose?
I totally did that on purpose. I'm not even lying. Not even lying. Totally did it on purpose. No, it's not a stripper hat unless you're talking to Jeremiah. It could be with Jeremiah.
It's not.
Of course, Love to Wander, Christmas poop, poop, poop. That came in. John has been watching a very Tiger King Christmas. Is that a real thing? Because if it is, I want to go watch that.
I have been watching. Well, I haven't been watching. I've watched the first episode of the new season of Tiger King.
There's a new episode, a new season of Tiger King right now.
Yeah, I'm one episode deep. I actually brought it up to Mr. Backpacking with Jason, sir. He and I went backpacking over the weekend. Snuck away for a little overnighter, couple nights actually.
Down the Big South Fork, right?
Down in the Big South Fork. Ran into Nicole Hikes a lot, just out of nowhere, man. And
that's twice that's happened, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll tell you about it in a second. But anyway, I told him, hey, man, have you been watching this new season of Tiger King? And, of course, everybody's mind is blown that there's a new season. But, of course, Netflix is making a ton of money. So,
oh, yeah.
But I think this season, I could be wrong, is about Carol Baskin, basically, trying to get Joe out of jail. I've seen Trump not pardon him. Of course, I lived through that. So,
yeah, we all lived through that one. But
yeah,
dude, people are asking more questions on here now.
Oh, this is supposed to be a Q&A.
Yeah, Wander with Mike wants to know if there's Go Next stocking stuffer ideas. You know, man, their cook kit for a beginner is fantastic. Go get you one. That'll be great.
Hey, speaking of stocking stuffers, somebody sent me a DM on Instagram either today or yesterday and was asking about what kind of like mattress pad pump do I use in order to like not have to blow up my pad, you know, whenever I'm backpacking.
Oh, yeah?
They said, I think that would make a great stocking stuffer idea. I think that's a good idea. Unless, aren't stocking stuffers supposed to be only like a couple bucks?
Not necessarily just have to fit in a stocking.
Well, that pump definitely fits in the stocking, you know. They're like the Neo Air, what, inch or two?
Is that the Flex Tail?
Is that what it's called? No, the Flex Tail is by a different company. They sent me one of those. I've tried it out, but I always have to keep charging it. I mean, like, I'll use it and then like just leave it in the box and then get it out again like a month later and it's dead. That could be completely normal. I don't know.
The Stringer pump. Throw your head on it and call it merch. There you go, Jeremiah. You finally have your merch. Speaking of that, before we get too far into this, the fake news needs to go up, but this week's fake news is different. Because in this week's fake news, it's all about Cyber Monday. So this is going to be an episode that solely focuses all of our fake news on deals that are not actually happening in the backpacking world. So with that said, Here's fake news.
Yeah, and
So,
if you don't know about the fake news, well, you have to watch on the Backpacking Podcast on YouTube to see that. But,
right.
I think that aren't we working on getting all the episodes, like, video as well? And when I say we, I mean, I was supposed to do it a month ago, but video on it's supposed to
There is that. Yes.
it's on Spotify, right? So if you're
Yeah.
listening on Spotify, like Joe Rogan, they pretty much invented video for podcasting because Joe Rogan went over to Spotify and he
Right.
was like, "Hey, we got to do video on this too." And so now they're starting to release it to, the big timers like us.
Oh yeah.
So
The massive podcasts
I
where
think
our
that
total plays don't match up to his one episode.
yeah, not even close, man, not even a fraction, but
Not even near it. Not even near it. So
that's okay.
here's we got some great stuff going on here, man. There's some great. I don't know if you've been reading over here.
I haven't
Um,
been reading. I saw what you put up.
it says we've got that the pizza ninja just lost his poop bingo. Um, the Tiger King new season starts slow but gets good, worth a watch. Backpacking with Buckley, however, says it did not blow his mind at all. Did not blow
Yeah,
his mind at all.
well, Joe's in jail. He's in
Yeah.
jail. He's still in jail right now. So it's hard to have it blow your mind when the first season, he's not in jail and you're getting to see the experience that is Joe Exotic. What, man?
His music videos were the best.
The cover.
The music videos were the best. The fact that he actually thought people believed that was him singing. That was maybe my favorite part of that whole show was
That
the music video.
that was
That's just awesome.
it
Okay, so
sounds
we got a real question.
okay, let's hear it.
This is the first real question. Jeff Peters wants to know, what's your favorite hiker movie and which one you want to watch?
Oh, man. I feel like I read more hiking books than I watch the movie for.
Yeah, for me it's easy. It's Mile and a Half. I love that movie. Like I've watched that like 150 times. Like it's the John Muir Trail. I mean, it's awesome. So I'm a huge fan of that movie.
What's your favorite, I guess you'd say either full fictional or semi-fictional, exaggerated, if you had to, pick one of those?
About hiking?
Yeah, hiking and backpacking. 'Cause, like, we were talking to Christine last week, and I was asking her, like, her book is memoir style, and I was like, "How hard is it?" Because if I was writing that, I'd be like, "I'm dressing to impress, baby. Hey, you're gonna read this, you're gonna get a lot of exaggeration," but hers is, like, very truthful.
Yeah.
And, you have to do that when it comes to, like, anything that's not a straight documentary. Everything there has to be some dramatization. You have to bend some things that happen. So I'm sure that
Right.
happens in the hiking and backpacking movies. So we'll call it semi-fictional. What would be your favorite?
I don't know, man. I don't know if I've got a movie that's just about Everest is pretty cool. I guess
That's
I'm thinking Everest is pretty cool, but that's so like over the top fictional, you know. Like
yeah.
that movie's the reason my wife won't let me climb Everest.
I'm gonna say Cop Out, Walk in the Woods, but I like the book, man.
You know, I've never seen that movie.
Yeah, the book is like goes in depth on a lot of like real issues when it comes to saving the environment and like preserving the backcountry. But the movie, I mean, it's entertainment, right?
Right, right.
So
Yeah, I
I
don't know. I've never seen it. I've heard good things about it, but like I get more into the documentary style movies when it's about the outdoors. I don't really get into a lot of the fictiony stuff. Because they always overdo it on things.
mhm.
And it's just like for me, it's just not that exciting. I don't know.
Yeah, Dixie on YouTube, Homemade Wonderlust, she has a video that's basically her reacting to like different backpacking movies and how realistic is it.
Yeah. And that one was one of them. That movie was one of those.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I asked you about that Christmas movie a minute ago, and I saw him making a fire, and I was like, "There's no way, man. That fire would never light the way he's doing that. This is so unrealistic." But it's a movie.
That's all good. Well, I do know the movie I want to see is not out yet. And it's I don't know if it's actually if you'd call it a movie or just a full-length documentary, but Pie on the Trail, who we had on not too long ago on the
Mhm.
podcast, he's actually doing a full-length documentary about his trip to Iceland. And I'm really interested in that because that's one of those, like, bucket list places I wanna go. I wanna go to Iceland and go backpacking out there. Just I've seen the mountains and the cliffs and the views, and honestly, man, that's the place I wanna go see.
Yeah, dude, that's like a different world. I
Yeah.
was I've never been there either, but from what he told us on the podcast, like them kinda making their own if I remember right, they kinda made their own route, and
Yeah.
you basically just have to, like, pick the lines of weakness and keep walking. Different
Pretty
world.
much. Pretty much. And just the views, man. It's just like a whole different I mean, it's a different country, so obviously it's a different world than what we're used to, but, like, just the just the cliffs, the mountains, the topography of the whole thing just looks unreal. I gotta see it. Okay, so Go Next stockings have the bottoms cut out so the items fall through. Um, that was Ink Blots. Ink Blots always has good stuff. Armand, I really need a Go Next quilt. What 2 eating should I get for low 20s?
I
2
don't know what
eating.
that means.
I don't either. Maybe he'll change that. I think Jeremiah Hikes would go great in someone's stocking.
Oh,
Yeah, that
stickers?
sticker, Jeremiah Hikes sticker would be great.
So, I don't really know what sticker I want yet, but I discovered what I don't want. I don't
Oh,
I don't want a sticker that, doesn't have the peel off on the back. You know how, like, they'll put a little slit in the wax paper on the back of the sticker or
yeah,
whatever that
yeah, yeah.
okay, and then it's really easy to peel off, but if they don't have that slit on the back, then you're, like, picking and picking and picking. Sometimes you damage the sticker. I think I've decided I don't want the no slit on the back. So we're one step closer to Jeremiah Stringer Hike stickers.
We're
One
we're
step
s w we're getting closer to those bougie items that come from Jeremiah Stringer
closer.
Hikes.
You gotta have it well thought out, man. The merch should be like the Yeti of backpacking merch.
Ooh, the Yeti. You wanna be the Yeti, huh?
Hey,
That's
man.
impressive. That's impressive. I'm not gonna lie, that's really impressive. If you can pull that off, count me in as one of your first customers.
Yeah, I'll put you as the first investor.
You should, you should. Uh, it says, "Okay, I'll take an X-Therm rolled up in my stocking." Wouldn't we all take an X-Therm rolled up in our stocking? That would be nice. Buckley says, "Ben needs to release the booties for the holidays." Okay, did you see the video Hilltop Packs put out with
No,
the
I did not.
Dyneema booties
Oh, I
that you
haven't
can
seen that.
put, like okay, so real quick, let me show you something.
Alright.
I'm in my garage, right? It's 40 something degrees outside, and, it's just not all that, like, warm currently. Sorry, my camera's acting weird. It's not actually focusing well. But, I've got these booties right here, and I'm wearing them as we're sitting here talking, right? Just a pair of down booties, no big deal. But here's the thing. Down booties don't always do so hot when they get soaking wet because of snow or rain or whatever it is, right?
Uh-huh.
So, what would happen if you made a Dyneema booty that you could put over your down booty when you have to go to the bathroom? You just slide them on real quick. They weigh, like, less than an ounce a piece. You know what I mean?
They'd have to weigh like a fraction of nothing. Like,
Exactly. And Ben created these and did a video of them.
oh, is he
And
personalizing those?
he's thinking about making that a product that they sell.
That's a good idea. I wonder what the market's like for something like that.
I don't know, man, but all I know is, count me in.
Yeah. I don't know if those ones you're wearing are synthetic or down, but definitely, like, even if they were synthetic, you don't want them getting wet.
Right, right. You definitely don't want that.
But it's like it's basically like those things that, like a medical professional would wear over their shoes, right? But for down booties made of Dyneema, so it weighs nothing and it's water protective.
Right. I think it's a great idea. And he put the video out, and there was a huge response from people. Like, people were just going nuts over them.
Is
So,
is
I'm
Ben on
interested to
here?
see what happens with it. What's that?
Ben was on here earlier, wasn't he?
Yeah.
You
Do you
post
wanna tell Ben he needs to do this?
No, well, I wanna know if, so my feet didn't sweat. I took down booties with me this weekend, and the temperatures, like, the high was in the mid-30s during one of the days that I was out there,
Yeah.
and at night, I mean, it was cold for me, low 20s. I wore down booties, and I should have brought sock liners probably, but I just put my feet just straight into the down booty and no sock liner, and they didn't sweat at all. Now they were freezing cold before I put them in there, but they didn't sweat. So I wonder if your feet would sweat, if you're using the Dyneema around the booties.
I don't know, man. It'd be interesting to check out, wouldn't it?
Yeah, definitely
That
wouldn't want skin on skin contact, very much with it, but I think you'd be okay. I think 'cause, your sleeping bag and stuff absorbs a lot of the oils and sweat, throughout the night. It'd probably be the same thing with the booties.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right about that. But I think it's a great idea. I mean, they'd be waterproof. You're they're easy to slide on and slide off. You just put 'em like if you're in a tent, you just keep them in your vestibule. If you're in your hammock, you just keep them underneath your hammock.
Yeah, because you don't have to sleep in them, so you don't have to worry about sweating in them at night.
No, and you've got those hooks on the end of your hammock. If you had like a little loop on them or something, you could
Uh-huh.
actually hang them off the side of your hammock if you wanted to.
Yeah, that's true.
So that'd be kinda cool. Anyways, let's go on here. We got Armand. Okay, he said, "I really want a Go Next quilt. What temp rating should I get for a low 20s?" I would say the best temp rating for a Go Next quilt would be don't buy one.
I would
That
love
would
I would Gonex, if you're listening, I would love to try out a Gonex quilt.
you would love to try it on a Go Next quilt.
I would, man. I get that 0-degree Gonex quilt. I'd
Oh
use it
my.
in the 50s all summer because that's basically probably what it would be,
It'd probably be like 73 as the comfort rating.
Yeah, you can only use it on the hottest days of the
Yeah,
year.
that's it, but it's a 20 degree. It's a 20 degree. Okay, so who was the secret guest that had to back out? Oh, I don't think we could tell that right now, can we?
I don't think so either.
No, we
It
gotta
was
hold that out. We gotta hold out. It's worth holding out for.
Yeah, that's a big time. The guest that was supposed to be on tonight was Hunter and Taps, and they did the AT, and we're definitely gonna get them on here because I wanna hear what their experience was like. So if you're talking about tonight, that's who it was, but due to COVID, that complicated things. So, John and I, but the other guest that was supposed to be here November the 15th, because I had the date burned into my mind.
Oh, it was depression for Jeremiah. It really was. He was so upset.
When I sent the email back, I literally put, "I could not be more disappointed right now."
Yep.
That's what I put, and that's what I told John too.
Oh, you were so excited, man. This was like there are moments in your life where you're like, "Okay, finally, I finally got it. I got that one thing I wanted,
Yeah,
and it didn't happen." So,
slipped through my fingers, slipped through my
so
grasp.
close. So
But you know
close.
what? There's always tomorrow.
There is. There's always tomorrow, and there's always this next season, which, by the way, we're starting a new season, in January? Or February,
Yeah.
I guess, of the live streams. Live streams are starting a new season in February.
Yeah, we will keep, of course, like we said previously, we will keep the content coming, so you're not gonna go without. You just need to make sure you're here Wednesdays at, what time we release those? Like 6 AM?
6 a.m. every Wednesday.
Wednesday. So, that's what time we release the podcast every week. So, it will still be here, just no live stream for, the next few Mondays, but starting the new season soon, man. I'm excited.
Oh, there's a lot of good stuff that's coming. There's a lot of good stuff that's coming. We're actually already recorded through the end of December, which is crazy to think about. But
I'm so excited to hear what people think about the episode. I'll give a little teaser here. We oh, sorry,
keep
John.
going, keep going, keep going, because I'm gonna say something after you're done with this. You're good.
Okay. My little teaser is we have an episode coming out, and it'll be on YouTube and every other streaming platform you normally use. And we picked a piece of gear and pretty much ripped it to shreds. And we may
Made
have
it
already,
better. We made it better.
yeah, we made it better. And there was something else I was thinking we need to fix on it. Did we talk about it last week? I feel like we talked about it on the
I don't remember if we did or not, man. I don't remember
well,
if we did or
I'm
not.
I'm not gonna mention it, but I'll tell you off air, there's another really broken part about this specific piece of gear that everybody needs to keep an eye out for.
Yeah, and we fixed it.
Well, I
Oh,
hope
and next month after the episode has come out and we're back doing these things again,
uh-huh.
or in a couple months, whenever it is, uh, somebody else already came out with this item with the fix that I said for it.
Are you serious?
I'm not kidding you. I saw a
I
video today about it, and I was all excited. I was like, "See, I'm right. I'm right." Now,
You are right. You're
something
just
else that you can look forward to in these next few episodes. I'm not sure if it's the next one or the second one, the one after it, but we have a new trail name for Jeremiah.
oh my good lord.
But
I told Jason about this and he was like,
I don't care what Jason has to say. We might have a new trail name for you. So it may
Hey,
be coming. I'm gonna work really hard to make this happen. So that's gonna be coming up too. So you guys make sure you check that out. Okay, much hate for the Harbaughs. I couldn't agree like 100,000% more. Man, here's the thing.
tell me what happened, dude. I was
I'm ready. I'm ready for all the Michigan people. Go ahead and bring it. You got your one win in 10 years. Give it to me.
oh,
Bring it.
get
Give me
ready.
a hard time. Give me a hard time. Dude, if you knew the Instagram messages and Facebook messages and stuff that I got from people going, so how you guys gonna talk about Michigan on Monday night? You gonna talk about that Michigan Ohio State game?
Oh,
Dude,
somebody said
I
that?
got it, man. People were giving me a hard time, man. You know what though? 10 years of pent up frustration would make me do the same thing, maybe. You know what I mean? So
Well, even blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while, right?
that's true. That's true. Even a blind squirrel finds a nut. Okay, so
So
check this out. You guys should do the Santa backpacking challenge. You have to dress like Santa. You can't bring a backpack and you have to use a sack and you can only eat Christmas food.
whose idea is this? Is this
That's Inkblot. That's Pizza Ninja, man.
Pizza Ninja's idea or is this a thing?
That's awesome.
That would
I
be
mean,
that's kind of the Grandma Gatewood style, right?
yeah, that's what she did. She's carried a bag over her shoulder.
Yeah, just over the shoulder. You can only eat Christmas food though. So what could you eat? You eat candy canes. That's a Christmas food.
Dude, we eat ham on Christmas.
Yeah, ham.
I can eat
Plenty of
ham.
ham. I could eat all that comfort food. In fact,
Yeah.
you know what I did over the weekend for my food the first night? It was Thanksgiving on Thursday of last week, and I ate plenty of Thanksgiving food and then took some leftovers and brought them with me out on the trail. So the first night on trail, I had sweet potato casserole and I had corn. I know you're doing the keto thing.
Oh man,
I
that
had
sounds good though, dude.
mac and cheese and turkey and stuffing. I mean, ham. It was delicious. And Jason, he had bacon wrapped around tenderloin, if I remember right. So he wasn't doing too shabby himself either.
Yeah. That's true, man. That's some good food, man. You guys weren't messing around.
Dude, it's the holidays come around. You gotta savor it.
Dude, if you knew how much I love turkey.
Oh,
Like,
I don't know.
I got this gallon bag of like leftover turkey in my refrigerator right now. I
Yeah,
just
what
ate
kind
one of the legs tonight.
so you're dark turkey meat?
Yeah, I like dark meat better. I think it has better flavor to it, but I like it all. Like I like it more. That doesn't mean I don't like the other.
Hmm.
I just
Interesting.
like turkey. I just like turkey. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah. Okay. What other
It's all
questions?
good. Let's see. Reese Witherspoon has an epic opening scene in Wild.
Yeah, we'll get
Um,
her eventually. We'll see what she thought.
Die Hard. It's a Christmas movie, and they kind of hike too.
Okay, that's a stretch, Friday the Hiker.
Oh, here's a good one. Here's a good one. Free Solo was great. Granted, it's very hiking, but still great.
Free Solo.
This is where the guy climbs up or does the free climbing.
Yeah, what's his name?
How are you gonna say Han Solo?
No, I wasn't gonna say. It's like
It's the movie
Han.
about Han Solo climbing up a mountain. It's
No,
great.
you know, all those people that do the climbing, typically you have to hike quite a bit. In fact,
Yeah.
sometimes you are like backpacking multiple days to do these climbs. Now, don't take my word for that because I'm not a climber, but from what I saw, they sleep up there. Sometimes they'll put like it's basically like a cot suspended in air and they hang off the side of the mountain sometimes. And
Yeah, I'm like, no, thank you.
no, it's too scary, man. I'm
Dude.
just afraid.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna pretend like I'm manly enough for that. I'm just not. That there are women out there more manly than me when it comes to that kind of stuff. They can hang from the sides of those cliffs, and I am very proud of the fact that they can do that.
Have you ever been like in a really, really tall building? I mean, super tall.
Yeah, Sears Tower. Well, it's not
And
Sears Tower anymore. What's it called now?
I don't know, probably whoever paid enough to put their
Yeah, I
name.
can't remember what it's called anymore.
So, have you ever been had like a full face glass up on one of those really tall floors, and you walk over there and you're like, I know I'm on the inside, but I'm a little sketched out being here on like the
Oh
70th
yeah.
floor looking down over everything.
Have you been to the Empire State Building?
No, never.
Oh, dude, the Empire State Building is awesome. You can, I mean, it's just like a ledge with a railing, and you just can stand and kind of look over the edge.
Is it a glass floor?
No, it's not a glass floor, but you can feel the building swaying in the wind.
I gotta try that, man. Bridget
Yeah,
is
it's pretty awesome.
she's really wanting to head up to the New England area, so maybe that could be a pit stop. She
Yeah,
wa
dude.
she wants to go to New York for Christmas, not this Christmas, but at some point.
See the
I
Macy's parade?
I guess so, but I tell her, I'm a little old Kentucky boy. Like, that's a big city, man. That's a big city.
It's awesome though. New York City's a lot of fun. I've been there several times. It's a cool place. I had a buddy that actually went to the Macy's parade this year.
Oh, I watched a little of it on TV.
Yeah, he liked it. It was good stuff. Okay, here's another one. Iceland is awesome. I highly recommend it. I would love to know who the Pizza Ninja is because I have a feeling he's way more interesting than we are.
I never wanna find out 'cause it'll remove the mystery
That's
behind
true. That's true. We don't want to lose the mystery of the Pizza Ninja. Doc Watson says The Lion King 1.5. Timon does quite a bit of hiking to find a new home.
it.
Okay, no joke. I've got a 3 to 4-year-old. And we just watched this last week, so I know exactly what he's talking about right now. That's hilarious. Let's see. I don't understand all the excitement about stickers. Can someone explain? So you guys explain to Doc about the stickers and all
I
that
think
good stuff.
you might be asking why do people get so excited about stickers? And I'm kinda like, "Man, what do I do with all these stickers?" I made, like, a sticker board out of 'em. I started putting them on my, backpacking containers and stuff.
Yeah, I just put them on all my containers. I mean, I can't think of anything else to do with them.
I said, "Bridget, you want me to stick these on the cooler?" She said, "Nope." I said, "Okay, we'll keep it clean."
Well, we won't mess with that then. Ben McMillan says you spent more time thinking about sticker backing than he did about getting married a second time.
Man, you so funny.
Oh, that's really funny, man. Chris Coney says beware of the Yeti. Pizza Ninja wants to know if your stickers are going to be scratch and sniff.
That could be a scary situation.
Would it
I
smell
doubt
like hiker trash?
smell like, you know what your sleeping bag smells like when you unzip it after the 4th day of not showering?
Yes.
Yeah, it's awful, man. That's what they smell like.
So hiker trash. Just make it smell like hiker trash.
Yeah.
Smell
Yeah.
like equal parts human waste, sweat, dirt, and just funk, like
I
old
wanna go
cheese.
now I wanna take a shower.
I know it's just gross. Let's see. Partner with Sketching Summits. She does these awesome hologram stickers with cool scenic views. Throw Redbeard on there and we're golden. I'm guessing you're Redbeard.
What's that mean? Throw Redbeard.
Well, you have a red beard, bro. Like it's pretty easy to figure
But
out.
there
Like,
is there's a Redbeard though, right?
well, yeah, there is. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't wanna steal his thunder.
Nah. We got someone from Southern Dax. What's up, Brian? What's Dax?
I think Adirondacks.
Oh, okay.
I could be
Very
wrong.
cool. Very cool. Oh, I like this. Chris Coney is calling those Dyneema booties Ben booties.
May have traction. Chris says the bin booties may have traction.
Yep, as in people might buy them.
Oh, I was thinking like you could slip and fall.
Well, I'm sure he'll have that kind of traction too, but I think he was going with I think people want to buy them. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're a little smarter, man.
Well, I
Probably.
wouldn't go there. You're the teacher. You're the smart guy. Let's keep going down through here. Oh my gosh. Booty sweat. Sounds like something from the Tropic Thunder movie. Now that movie was something else.
Booty sweat, man, gross. It's
Ugh.
real.
Let's see, Gonex quilt tissue paper with holes in it. Oh man, ink blots, you make my night, man. That's awesome. Let's see, let's keep going here. Hilltop Packs jumpsuit would be great for Christmas.
Oh,
We want a
Hilltop.
Hilltop Packs jumpsuit.
Click on that next comment.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, click on that next one. Music.
You mean one win in 20 years? That one? Is that the one you're talking about?
So, Music and Miles, if I remember correctly, I met Music and Miles at Hanson's Point.
Oh yeah.
Pretty sure that I met Music Miles. I think it was on a trip with Ben and Dan Becker and Jason. There may have been other people there. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I'm pretty sure, but he says go blue.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, so B3 Outdoor says Dan Becker may be the face of Outdoor Vitals, but Jeremiah is the face of GoNex.
Oh man.
Pretty much the same thing.
Well, I don't know if I go that far.
I don't know if Dan is necessarily the face of Outdoor Vitals, but they keep offering to give him free hiking trips. So
Yeah, man.
I mean, I'd have a tough time turning that down.
Him and Tayson look like they're having a good time out there.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Loving the Hilltop Packs coffee shirt. Just got mine and can't wait to wear it. And reordered some coffee yesterday. Dude, Ben knows what he's doing with coffee, man. Did I tell you I got to actually go in and see them roast coffee?
Yeah, I said, man, that's one of the best smells in the world. You roasting that coffee and then grinding it up, making a fresh brew.
It was so good, man. It was so good. 80K Woods Walker, he was there with us, and he didn't drink coffee. And then he had some of that. 2 or 3 days later, he's online on Instagram and has posted a photo of a cup of coffee that he's been drinking. And now he's a coffee drinker because of going to Hilltop Packs.
Oh, being converted him?
He converted him in 1 day, man.
So I drink coffee every day, but decaf. Do you know how many milligrams of caffeine are in decaf?
Not a clue.
Take a guess. Let's say the average cup of coffee is like 60 to 90 milligrams of caffeine.
I would think it'd be 0 because it's decaf, right?
If I remember right, it was 2 milligrams on average.
Really?
Yeah, I think that for the coffee, like obviously it has caffeine in the beans. Have you ever just chewed up one of the beans?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's caffeine in there, but like the sodas and all that, I think they add synthetic caffeine. I think they
Really?
Yeah, they make caffeine and then they add it to you like your Mountain Dew or whatever. And then that's how that caffeine gets in there.
Who was it last week that kept getting on Google and looking up stuff to fact check us?
I can't remember, but that's a good idea.
She needs to get on and do that right now and fact check this thing about caffeine. I think that would be good to have. So if anybody wants to be our fact checker tonight, we'd really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Here we go. They're talking about the food. Remember the Christmas food thing? Instant potatoes and dried cranberries with ham or turkey jerky. That's not a bad idea.
Oh, you have to. You got to take stuff that's backpacking style, so they had to dehydrate it.
Yeah, and then you've got with the Santa theme venison steaks. Dude, I got a buddy just got 5 deer this year.
Wow.
5.
Wow, that's a lot of deer tags.
Yeah, dude. Not only that, but he's not sharing any of it.
What's he gonna do with all that? He must have a giant family.
Bro just wants to eat deer meat every day, man.
How long does deer meat last in a deep freezer?
Hey, at least a year.
Yeah, but you think that he'll eat all that within a year?
With his family, yeah. Yeah, they eat he makes this venison chili that's really good.
Man, I love deer meat, but I have to buy it. I just don't. I'm not experienced deer hunter, man. It's a difficult thing. You know, that's like a whole completely different sport activity or whatever you want to call it.
Right. I was supposed to go this year and I didn't get to. I was pretty bummed out. So,
yeah, I haven't been in years. Probably like 5 years at least.
Oh yeah? That's half a decade, man. What is wrong with you?
I know, quarter of my life.
Man. Okay, so it says, John, if you've not done turkey covered with cheesecloth, slow cooked and basted with broth every 30 minutes till done, you've not had the best turkey yet. Listen, blind hiker, here's the deal. If that's the best turkey ever, I think it's time for you to come down to Kentucky, hang out with Jeremiah and I, make this turkey and prove it. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, here we go.
I'm down for eating it. I have no problem. And if it's the best turkey ever, I will 100% agree with you. But I mean, we could even do it I mean, if you want to make it and bring it down here, we'll put you on the live stream while we eat it.
Somebody's getting free turkey out of this.
That's all I'm saying.
That's
If you will make that turkey, we will eat that live on the live stream. We'll do it at Jeremiah's house. He's got a bigger house than I do. He lives in a fancy brand new house. We can use Jeremiah's kitchen. I'm sure he'll be upset to get free turkey.
I love
yeah,
free
dude.
turkey.
I think it's a great idea. Like, if you're willing to do it, man, bring it down.
Yeah, I'll try that turkey. The
I'll
blind
try
hiker.
it. I'm totally down with that. Bushwhacked is the best hiking movie. I don't know Bushwhacked.
Yeah, I never heard
that one. Yeah, I don't know that one. Let's find out. Okay, everybody's telling me that the Sears Tower is the Willis Tower now. That's what it was.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the Willis Tower. I couldn't remember what it was called. I knew that it was a different name now, but I just couldn't remember what it was. Also, Jeff Peters hates the glass floors in tall buildings.
Yeah, I don't blame him, especially if you're scared of heights.
Oh yeah. Isn't there a place, the Grand Canyon, that's like a looping walk around off of one of the cliffs of the Grand Canyon that's glass?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure there's one out there.
It's got a lot of things to offer the Grand Canyon. I know you can take a helicopter ride down into it and picnic in there.
Yeah, I actually watched, that was something I watched on, was it National Geographic or something like that? It was these guys that hiked the difficult version of the Grand Canyon. So they hiked from one end of the Grand Canyon all the way to the other end. And like there were a few times where it was kind of shady, like really risky where they were hiking. But there was one point where they got to where there's like literally hundreds of helicopters that land throughout the day. So if you're hiking, all you're hearing is helicopters the whole day.
Oh, it sounds terrible.
Yeah, it's absolutely miserable. So
I had a buddy that him and another group of guys, like they took a trip out west. They went and saw a bunch of different stuff. And one thing was the Grand Canyon. And he said that they didn't have any equipment. So they were wanting to do a day hike. They flew out west from Kentucky and Tennessee and then just bought the stuff at Walmart. He's like, I just bought the cheapest stuff I could find and then hiked down. And he said, it's like a completely different world, the Grand Canyon, but got a little sketchy because if you're day hiking and you're in a different area and you don't know what time the sun sets and then you're 8 miles deep into a canyon, all of a sudden it can turn ugly. But
yeah,
he said they got out of there, man, and they couldn't really stay much longer. No headlamp. I mean, no equipment, right? So
right.
I've
heard dehydration is one of the most dangerous parts about it. Like if you're not careful, you can really get in trouble with dehydration.
Yeah, I guess it's desert, right? So
yeah,
it'd be easy to do.
Now you've got the Colorado River running right through it. Isn't it the Colorado River that runs through the Grand Canyon? And so you've got water sources, but a lot of times when you're hiking, you're not anywhere near that. So you really have to load up on the water. We just got an invite to come up to Western Kentucky or Western New York. We have to check out Eternal Flame Falls. Eternal Flame Falls. That sounds cool.
You go up there, you'll figure out who the pizza ninja is.
Ooh. But do we want to have that ruined for us?
What if he wears a ninja mask the entire time?
If he wears a ninja mask the entire time, I say we go. I said that's the only way we're going is if you wear a ninja mask the entire time and you talk in a weird voice so we don't actually know what your voice sounds like.
It's the inaugural hike of going with subscribers.
Yes, the inaugural subscriber hike.
Yeah, maybe the only one ever.
It might be. Dude, I'll tell you, we need to do the Grand Canyon, and we need to like document it through podcasting.
What do you mean by that? You mean like do an episode a night while you're out?
Episode a night while we're out there.
Wow.
Wouldn't that be wouldn't that be fun to do?
Yeah. I don't know if you could do an episode a night though. Maybe if you did
just record it.
What if you did 20-minute episodes and made them an hour long total, like added 3 of them together, and then you publish those in a series? I think that would be really good, and it would take 20 minutes of your night instead of however long, that you were going to be talking for. Because we've done around the campfire. I really liked that. That was fun.
Here's my question: can we only talk for 20 minutes?
I think that we could talk. I think we could talk all night. I'm just saying, you know, podcast. Maybe you want to set it aside and talk about some other things that aren't related to things that you talk about on the podcast.
Yeah, that could be cool. That could
Or
be
people
cool.
could love that. I have no idea.
I don't know. Oh, wow, I just had some this is a first. How about a classy JK logo on a merino wool skull cap?
Hey, there you go.
I don't think that's a bad idea, actually.
Is
I
the
like
skull cap? Is that the
I
down like beanie?
yeah, it's just merino wool skull cap, yeah. It's just a beanie.
Oh, okay.
It's just another name for a beanie. Yeah. Dude, that's not a bad idea. I just have to find someone who makes merino wool skull caps that would let me put my logo on it. That'd be
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Better do your research, man, before you start sticking that logo on anything.
Listen, once I hit I will say this, once I hit 13,000 subscribers,
Yeah.
I will do merch. I won't do like Jeremiah at Stringer and say at 10,000 I'll do merch, and then at 25,000 I'm still sitting here going, well, I figured out I don't like the backing on stickers that unless it's cut down the middle.
It doesn't have to be the middle. It could be anywhere. And I looked on your channel, man, and you are getting very close. You're over 12,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Just crossed 12,000. So like if I hit 13,000, because 13 is my lucky number.
Uh-huh.
If I hit 13,000, I will do merch. And I have a feeling I'm still gonna end up doing merch before you do.
Now that could be a possibility, but I want
just
some of the
saying.
Sean Kelly, formerly known as JK is Hiking merch.
The former I could do vintage gear that says JK is hiking.
I
I won't be doing that. So
what else we got?
we just invented hiker scented candles, hiker trash, ramen noodle scent, and trail mix scent.
Oh man.
That's great. I mean, you can also do like outdoorsy smells like pine. You can do a pine one, right?
Pine, cedar, definitely.
Yeah, cedar would be a great one. They don't all have to smell bad.
No. But they
Not
probably
bad.
will.
But here's the thing, if you're trying to get people out of your house, like, you know how sometimes you have guests over and they just stay too long and you're like, I really got to go to bed soon. You could light up that hiker trash candle. And I guarantee within 5 minutes, people are out the door and you're like, hey guys, it was good having you. Have a good night. See ya.
Do
Bye-bye.
you ever kick them out?
No, I don't kick people out.
I do it every week, man. Every week. We have like a life group get together at my house, and since we moved, we haven't met as much. But before we met like every week, every either Tuesday or Thursday or whatever, because we schedule the podcast around it sometimes.
Right.
And we'll meet at like 6 or 7 o'clock. But if you're hanging out with your friends, you can hang out all night. But at the end of the day, you're gonna have to get up the next morning at 6 or whatever, and you're gonna have to work all day. So when bedtime comes around, usually it's Bridget. She's very nice. She's a lot more nicer than I am. She'll start urging them out, but I'll be like, guys, I'm gonna give us 10 more minutes, and you gotta leave. I gotta go to bed.
My wife has a code phrase.
What is? Oh, don't tell me, because what if I'm at your house and she uses the code phrase? I'll be like, all right, Bridget, time to leave.
Hey, but that might be good because then your wife's doesn't get upset about. Well, she might be watching right now, so it doesn't matter. So basically, my wife will say is she'll go, well, I think I need to get ready for bed.
Oh, that's not even that.
It's not even subtle. It's just, I'm tired. I think I need to get ready for bed. It's kind of one of those things. If you can hang out, but I'm not going to be here.
Yeah.
Kind of things. And then she takes off and people are like, well, we probably need to get going too. And, all that kind of stuff.
Who was it? Did we see it on here or did I see it somewhere else? Man, maybe it's on Facebook. I think it was Trips. I think that she said like the Midwest northern area, they just give a slap on the knee and stand up. Well,
yep,
that's their signal.
And it works, dude. I've lived where they live. I didn't know them at the time, but when I lived in Kenosha, Wisconsin, I lived like 20 minutes from them. And they're right. It works every single time.
How do people
every
know
single time?
It's just ingrained in you, I guess.
It is. Well, it looks like Chris Oconee got his coffee from Hilltop Packs. And Doc Watson wants to say that decaf is sad brown water.
I agree, Doc.
Decaf is sad brown water.
I agree.
Okay, how is it a Q&A episode and we're over 30 minutes in without a poop question? We're actually 45 minutes in without a poop
Well,
question at this
we've been
point.
we've been 10 to 15 minutes behind on the questions the entire episode because we just keep gabbing about nonsense.
Yep.
But
Okay, and Ben McMillan did tell us though about the caffeine. We have our Google person. He is the Google today. 95 to 97% of the caffeine is removed, leaving 2 to 3 milligrams per cup.
nailed it. I nailed it, man.
You did good, man. See, I told you you're the smart one in this team. I mean, you really are.
I'm just over here to gloat. That's my
That's right.
job.
And Hilltop Coffee is blind hikers. It's on this 2022 wish list. Don't make it a wish list. Just buy it, man. You need coffee. Coffee is essential to life. Make it happen. I mean, poor Jeremiah. He hasn't been living life for almost a year now with his eye.
I
So
know, man. The eye's holding me back. It's getting better though.
here we go. Venison meat every day. That'll take us to the poop talk.
We're wanting poop talk. You know, this weekend, whenever I was backpacking, didn't poop one time. Not
Not
once.
once.
No, and then I got home on Sunday, had to poop like 4 times.
I believe it because you held it all in, man. Were
Well,
you
it
prairie
wasn't all
dogging at the end?
No, well, maybe when I was getting home, but whenever I was out there, like the first night, didn't have to go, and then the next morning, I knew we had to drive to a different trailhead, and Jason was like, "We'll probably have to fight over the porta potty once we get to this first trailhead," and I'll be like, "You go ahead, man. We have to stop at Bandy Creek, and they have heated bathrooms," and I was like, "I'm going to use the bathroom there," and then went over there, sat down, nothing. Nothing. Even took my bidet into that bathroom with me.
Really?
Pocket bidet fit right in my pocket. Brought it with me. Didn't have to use it. Was a little frustrated, especially since they have Wi-Fi there, and I didn't get the Wi-Fi before I went into the bathroom. And then I just sat there, didn't have my phone. Very impatient. I mean, I had my phone, but no service.
Nice.
These are first world problems.
First world problems. And the blind hiker, I think, is from Kentucky. Says, come to Carter County next Thanksgiving to my mom, and it'll happen. So this guy,
Oh.
he must be for. I went to college in Carter County, Kentucky. That's where I went to Kentucky Christian University. And the blind hiker, are you from Kentucky? I mean, we're not going to find out for like 2 hours because we're so far behind on the questions. But
We'll get caught up on the question.
you need to come out this way, man. Bring that turkey out this way. I'm telling you, bring it. We'll eat it. I promise.
Now, are there other states that identify where you live via county?
Say that again. No.
You know how like you'd be like, "Oh, I'm from Carter County or I'm from Fayette County or whatever."
Yeah.
But no city. No
Yeah,
city in Kentucky.
Yeah, it's pretty typical in Kentucky, though, man. Especially if you're a small town, people don't talk about the towns they're from. Like where I live in Nicholasville, most of the people from Nicholasville, if they're talking to somebody out of state, that's where they live. Said I live near I live near Lexington. They don't
Yeah,
even
that's
say Nicholasville because nobody knows what Nicholasville is.
yeah, and I say mine's the Lake Cumberland region because like
Yeah,
that big old lake. A lot of people know the lake, but they don't know like the cities or the counties.
right. Jeff Peters said both John and the dad from A Christmas Story loves turkey. Can you picture John in that movie? It's a major award.
Let's put you in there, man. The remake.
Okay, funny thing, one of my ornaments is that lamp. Because A Christmas Story is one of my all-time favorite movies.
The
Like,
leg
seriously.
lamp?
The leg lamp is one of my ornaments on my Christmas tree. Like,
How,
I love that movie.
how risque would that lamp have been? When was that movie
Like
set
the
in?
50s? Was it the 50s? 60s?
That lamp was like a scarlet letter, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was. It
Now
definitely was.
there's one in your house. Smaller version.
Very small, and it's not illuminated,
Yeah.
and you have to look for it. So,
Oh, I'm gonna look for that.
you should. You should. Oh, Kevin Fry Adventures. My first backpacking trip was rim to rim at Grand Canyon. I hiked in 118-degree temperatures. His first backpacking trip was the canyon. Dude, like, what is there left now? Like, your backpacking experiences have to be boring compared to that, right?
I don't know, man. Sometimes the people you go with make it even more exciting than the terrain you're going on.
And speaking of that, Miyagi and Rob Pelton have great Grand Canyon videos, and so does Jeremy from Midwest Backpacker. All three of them have great videos
Yeah, that's
from the Grand Canyon.
Miyagi on the Trail and Rob Pelton.
Yep, and Midwest Backpacker. All three great videos. Great videos. I give up on merch. We aren't getting it. That's great.
I give
You're-
y'all I'll give you some true transparency on the merch. So, like, we moved, which I've already complained about being super busy, and they changed my schedule at work, which is fine. I asked to teach different classes because I was teaching the same one all day, and it gets boring, if you have to do the same thing over and over and over and over because you kind of forget. If you ever done public speaking and you've done the same thing like 3 times in one day, like the
Yeah.
third time you're like, "Did I say this yet?" But now I teach 4 different classes. So that takes up a lot of time. And then YouTube, November, I
Hey
make
Jeremiah, I have
Yes.
to stop you for a second. The
Yes.
promise was at 10,000 subs, which was last January.
Hey, that's true, man.
So you're dragging your feet, bro. Like you can't use the last few months as the reason why
Oh.
you don't have merch. The merch should have been here like almost a year ago.
Hey, man, let me make excuses. You're supposed to back me up here.
I'll back you up on some things, but man, I can't give you this one.
So
I've been begging you for merch for 2 years now.
here's what I gotta do. I gotta set a deadline. So
Yes, tomorrow.
no, I'm thinking the end of January.
Ooh,
The end of January, having at least one piece of merchandise out there, even though you seem to think people will want it. I'm not convinced that people do, but if they do, I will enable them.
I'm gonna say this. If you have it by the end of January, that means by our next live stream, the first week of February,
Uh-huh.
we are going to have Jeremiah Stringer merch.
Oh, you wanna wear it on air?
I will wear it on air. I will hawk your gear for you. I will sell it for you on air. I will show it to the world.
Yeah. That sounds okay.
I think we're gonna make this happen, dude. Everybody get excited because this is real. Like, I'm gonna have to change the fake news because of this. That's the worst part. I'm gonna have to change the fake news.
Cyber Monday.
Hey, somebody's actually all about that JK merch.
That's right.
I better get to work then because I made a promise now, so I've got to get on it. Okay, here we go. You can make a whole line of clothing called Hawker Trash wear.
I love it.
Hawker Trash. That's awesome.
Yeah, and if it's one of those things like if it's something that's weird, people will ask about it, and then they're gonna say, "What is your shirt, dude?" Like that Chicken Tramper shirt that I wear. They'll be
Yeah.
like, "What is that?" And I'll be like, "Oh, that's a Chicken Tramper logo." And then they're always like, "Well, what's Chicken Tramper? That's weird. That's an odd name."
And then you get to talk about it.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Greg.
Oh,
You're a marketing genius.
Hawker Trash. It's coming. It's coming. Okay, so then I'm going to skip down a little bit. There's a lot of talk about poop, and you guys can read, so you guys can all find it. I found an actual question, which is good because this is supposed to be a Q&A. But any winter trips planned?
Well, I am thinking that trip that I took over the weekend was pretty winter-ish, like the high is 36 or 37, lows in the
Yeah.
mid to low 20s. I think that was kind of a winter trip, but I told Jason there's a wilderness area near where I live, and I would love to go there during the snow. So I don't exactly have something planned, but I really wanna do that. What about you?
Well, I just was in Pennsylvania a few weeks ago, and it snowed all over us. It wasn't like major snow, but it was definitely cold. And the night before, it was just cold rain, so we were all soaking wet. Like my trail runners were like frozen solid the next morning when I got up. It got down into the 20s. But it was a lot of fun. I'll probably be in the gorge at least a couple times before spring hits.
Mhm.
I want to get down. I'd like to go down to the Smokies sometime over the winter. Maybe do a couple nights down there. Um, I'm just wintertime. I don't make big plans typically. I just kind of do like smaller trips.
Uh-huh.
Just because I just do that. I have no idea why I do that. I just do that. Like I did a couple years ago. I went to Wisconsin and hiked with a bunch of guys like the Shill Brothers and Dan and Midwest Backpacker Rob Pelt and a bunch of those guys, and we had a good time. But I don't know if I'm really planning. I don't really have any plans. I was going to go to California in January. That kind of fell through. Still want to get out there some point, in the next few months.
You know
But
what?
yeah.
You know what? One of the main issues with the winter trips,
What's that?
the daylight. Like Jason and I
Yeah.
went to Big South Fork, and it was a time change. So we got down there, and then all of a sudden it was 4:30 and dark, and I was like, "Bro,
Yeah.
like then you start a fire at dark, and then you're keeping a fire going for how many hours?
Like 5.
And you need a big fire because it's 30
It's cold.
degrees out there."
Yeah.
And you're like, "Okay, it's 8:30. It's been dark for 4 hours. I guess I'm gonna go to sleep now."
Yeah, like that's what it was for us down in or up in Pennsylvania. I got there probably right around 3:00.
Mhm.
It took me about an hour to hike. It was like a couple miles, maybe a mile and a half. I think maybe it took me an hour to hike in, if that. Got to camp, got my stuff set up, came over and hung out, and like 30 minutes later, it was dark. And at one point, we were like, "What time is it?" Because we thought we'd been staying there forever. And somebody goes, "It's 7." We're like, "What the?" So yeah, and it's hard because if you're gonna do a Friday, you want to be closer. You've got to be
Uh-huh.
closer to home unless you take off work, because you're not going to get to the trailhead early enough before dark, and you're gonna be hiking in the dark.
Yeah, if
And
you have
it's
to work and drive there, it's pretty much gonna be dark by the time you get there.
yeah, if you're trying to do like a Friday through Sunday, it's really hard to pull off.
Yeah.
So just makes it a little harder. Ben McMillan just read the ticker. With the last thing we talked about was how Hilltop Packs is shutting down. Oh, blind hiker, yes sir. Carter, Kentucky, born and raised. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So we probably lived near each other at one point.
Hey, go Cats, the blind hiker. They're playing right now.
Do you ever wait until you get back to work to take a big poop so you don't clog your own toilet? I've never thought of that before.
I don't. I like to use the toilet at home. I
Uh,
I I want to install heated seats and a temperature regulated bidet on at least one toilet in the house.
You're getting a temperature rated bidet?
Temperature regulated. So like,
Regulated. So
yes,
you'll have it at a steady temperature at all times.
I don't know what the perfect temperature. It's whatever temperature the skin is in that area that it's cleaning. I think that would be the temperature of the water that you would need, or maybe like half a degree warmer.
If you made it like between 90 and 100 degrees, that would feel real nice.
I want to say probably like 99.5 degrees.
You don't want to go above 100 too much, because then you got a chance of scalding the old anal area, and that's not a good thing.
No, but
Everybody wants to do that.
you think like a hot tub is 104, even though you're not getting all the bits in the hot tub. Not to get too graphic, but
That just sounded awful.
I'm just saying I like the hot tub at 103.
I was gonna say I like 104. So yeah,
So I think if you bump it down to like 99, 99 and a half, that could be the perfect temp.
I think you're probably right about that, man. Okay, Ben has an idea for us.
Okay.
Oh, no, that's not Ben. Hold up. Where'd he go? He was just here a second ago. There he is. New reality show. Hear me out. Jeremiah and John, sticker divas.
The sticker divas.
Dude, we could be on TLC.
Yeah. Maybe even make it to MTV.
Maybe. Maybe.
Don't have to have talent. You just got to have drama.
Yeah, no joke. Okay, it says let me go trademark that. Craig Morton wants to get to it before we do. Now don't be taking that from us, Greg. It's expensive to put on a podcast, bro. Like don't be taking that money from us.
Got to pay the bills around here.
Come on, bro. Come on, man. Don't be like that. Seriously, Jeremiah, teachers don't have enough deadlines.
Hey, you do, but I can't talk trash about the teaching. I mean, the vacation time. Woo, that's a lot of backpacking that you can do.
That's true, man. That's true. Let's see. Let me go trademark that. We got what? No, California.
Not yet.
Not yet. I'm getting there eventually. I got several people I know out there now I want to go hike with. Hike faster in the winter. Yes and no. If you hike too fast, you sweat, and then you're miserable the rest of the time.
Yeah.
So
Hike faster in the winter. That could be an option. I mean, you did say it
yeah,
took you an hour to walk a mile and a half.
yeah, because well, I mean, you're walking through, and it's Rocksylvania. Like I now have some understanding as to why even their basic trails are just rocks. So
Yeah,
you can't really walk all that fast. You're gonna twist your ankle.
I still gotta get some Pennsylvania experience myself.
Yeah, we'll have to go up there and meet up with Ben sometime. That was good stuff. Let's see. Humboldt County, Cali is supreme. Was there 20 years ago. Lots of fun. Nice. Up Trails on. What's up, Bob? Good to
Isn't
see you on here.
isn't Humboldt County the county the Netflix, like, show is about, Murder Mountain? I'm pretty sure that's Humboldt County.
I don't know. If anybody knows, put that on here. We'd love to know that. That'd be great to find out. Um, that's a job for a laser thermometer.
Talking about checking the old tip.
Yeah. Taint a good thin. LOL. Oh my gosh.
That's so funny,
Doc. Let's see. Ben McMillan, you're too old for MTV. Yes, we are too old for MTV, man.
I remember when MTV was only videos. Maybe not exclusively.
That's something talking about our show.
Oh,
We are too old to be on MTV.
oh, come on, man. Snooki's older than me, and she's still on there.
Yeah, but do you really want to be like compared to Snooki? Like
Only in age.
that's
Nothing
it.
else.
That's it. I think we're the same age, which is the funny part. Let's see. Greg Morton Outdoors. Any backpacking trips planned for next year? Sort of. I'm not saying anything, but there's some plans that I'm working on. What about you, man?
I don't have any dates nailed down. Well, I take that back. I don't want to say anything either. I do have like one trip that I have some dates for, but I literally have no idea where I'm going or where I'm flying from. It's very loosey goosey. All I have are the dates. But other than that, yeah, what I'm going to try to do is visit some different parts. If my wife and I can't do the Camino this summer and we have to wait till next summer, which I would assume is going to be what's going to happen, especially with all the variants, you never know what you're going to get. So, yeah, so probably keep it domestic for at least another year, depending on what the travel restrictions are. But I like to pack it full during the summer, especially end of May, early June.
Well,
So
yeah, you don't have to work.
exactly. So
If I
I'm
didn't have
hoping.
to work, I'd be doing it a ton.
Oh, definitely, man. There were some I was going like 3 times every 2 weeks. It was glorious.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So I do have one trip planned that I don't have a date for, but it's going to happen in the spring when it gets a little warmer. My little girl turns 5 in February, and we're going to take her on her first overnight backpacking trip. So I'm
Oh,
excited about that. That's going to be a good time
y'all got a
getting her out there.
babysitter for your son?
My wife's not coming with me. She's watching my son. Like
Oh,
she has no desire to go out on that trip. That's me and my daughter, just the two of us. And she loves camping with me. We've camped several times, and she's hiked with me several times, but we've never backpacked together. So this will be our first chance to actually backpack together, which I'm real excited about that. It's gonna be fun to get her out there.
you gotta
So
remember those tips that Bryce gave about the backpacking with kids.
oh yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
him and Devin from Backcountry Exposure.
Yeah, both, parents taking their kids, that's a whole different dynamic.
Whole different dynamic, man. I told my little boy he's not potty trained yet. And I've told him, I said, if you can't poop in a potty, you're not going in a tent with me because I'm not having dirty diapers in a tent.
That's good
So,
motivation for him.
so he knows if he wants to go on a backpacking trip, that's going to have to happen. I hate changing diapers, bro. Can I just be honest for just one real quick second? I hate diapers. I think they're awful. It's the worst thing ever. It's the only thing about being a parent that is just misery, pure blown misery, is having to change diapers.
Nobody likes them. Not even the kids like them.
Speaking of poop hammocks, is the poop hammock good to use during the winter?
I used it at Land Between the Lakes, and the temperatures were like 17 degrees, 22 degrees, somewhere around there.
It's
And
actually more insulation than if you just poop normal, isn't it?
exactly what I was going to say. If you think about it, there's only one exposed area, and it's that cutout hole in the poop hammock. The rest of it, it's like you're still wearing clothes.
Yeah. And I got to be honest, when I went to Pictured Rocks this past spring, they had privies that just sat out in the middle of a field with no walls. And they were great. And it was nice when it was like 40, 50 degrees, not so bad. But I couldn't imagine if it was freezing cold sitting on one of those, like in the teens or the 20s.
That'd be
Yeah,
tough,
man,
man.
I'm good.
That'd be quick
Ben
poop.
says we're too old for VH1.
Could be, man.
Let's see. Jimmy J bought a tent for car winter camping that is 10 pounds. Sleeping setup is about 7 more pounds. Far from ultralight, but that's going to work for 5 to 7 mile day hike.
I don't know if that's gonna work for a 5 to 7 mile day. Oh, yeah, day hike for sure, because you're not taking it with you, right?
Yeah, if you're just doing like a base camp or something,
Oh, definitely, man.
that's not
That's
bad.
heavy, though.
It's heavy, but I mean, if you got 2 people staying in it, a tent's that heavy, there's a good chance that that's for more than one person. And if you can
Yes.
split it between 2 people, a 5-pound tent really isn't that big of a deal for 4-season tent.
Oh,
4-season tents are heavy, so
I thought it was 17 pounds.
no,
4 pounds, yeah, well, that's not the
the
tent, though.
sleeping setup would be like the quilts or sleeping bags and pads and all that stuff.
Yeah, and it really doesn't matter how much stuff weighs, like, if that's the gear that you have, you can always take it out there,
It
but
also depends on the backpack. Some backpacks just handle weight better, so that
and how
sometimes
cold
base weight gets a little too overrated.
yeah, and how cold it's gonna be, like, 7 pounds for the sleep setup, I guarantee you well, I can't guarantee, but I bet, if I was a betting man, I bet that would keep you really warm,
Yeah,
really.
absolutely, because that's my spring, my 3-season 20-degree is way lighter than my 0-degree wintertime quilt. 100%. So, hey, Karen's on here. Karen, we've missed you. Because you weren't on here to Google fact check us this week.
But
So,
look, her and Mark have, something about
Humboldt County, yeah, Murder Mountain takes place on Humboldt County. Don't let that keep you away.
it's keeping me away, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh man, all things outdoors, I'd pick diapers over wag bags. I don't know, man. If it's somebody else's poop, I don't want to deal with it. If it's my own poop, I'd rather deal with my own poop than someone else's poop.
We carry around the dog wag bags, though.
Yeah, I'd rather carry around mine than a dog's.
Not me, man. I would rather carry my dog's poop for a day than I would my own,
Why?
because it's so much smaller.
Depends on the dog, man.
I explicitly said, "My dog." I don't know about some of these 120-pound dogs.
That's what I'm saying. You know, my buddy Josh, who we might be having him on the live stream next spring, but
Mhm.
he's got this big bulldog, dude. I don't even want to know what that dog's poop looks like.
Oh, I guarantee it's got the worst farts in the world.
It does. Oh, that is true. I've been around for that. We watch football games at his house.
Uh-huh.
That dog is horrible, horrible. Uh, backpacking bucket. I used to dry heave changing diapers. Yeah, dude.
I could see Tim.
Yeah, dude. It's awful. It's awful. Let's see. Humboldt County is known for their wacky tobacco farms. Mary Jane, the devil's lettuce.
Yeah, that's what Murder Mountain's all about is, Mary Jane and the whole Humboldt County situation out there.
Dang. Okay, and All Things Outdoors says his dog Duke is 130 pounds. Nope.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, that's huge. That's
Yep.
huge.
And here's a doc says it's kind of hard to dig a cat hole in the winter in New England. I believe that, man. You probably need to bring like a jackhammer with you or something. I've been picking sites with privies for the last couple times I went in the winter. And that's something too, like for winter backpacking,
Uh,
man, I'd rather go someplace that has privies for that reason. Because
yeah.
it is hard to dig a cat hole in frozen ground.
Dude, Oil Creek. That was where it was. They had shelters with fireplaces and firewood and the bathrooms. I mean, that's a good spot. You just have to reserve it.
Is that in West Virginia?
No, it's in Pennsylvania.
So you've done Pennsylvania hiking.
Well, I mean, it's only like a mile or so in, and
Yeah.
there was snow, and you know,
But you got
wasn't
to
a
go sled riding.
oh, yeah, well, we definitely hit the sleds, but it wasn't true Pennsylvania experience.
That's
for
true.
hiking, stereotypical hiking.
I got you. Let's see. He said it's a 4-person tent with 2 large vestibules bought for winter camping without the intent of hiking, week-long hunting. It will be a family tent as well. Hiking will be late spring, summer. Okay. That's split it between a couple people. There's 3 of you, split it between 3 people.
Yeah, that's sick, man. I'm
Yeah.
excited for you to get out there and use it.
Well, I don't know if you can see. You can't see. We got all of our Christmas decorations out. I'm in my garage, so like all of our Christmas decorations are sitting right beside me, and so there's just boxes of stuff over here. But I've got an 8-person tent that I use for family hikes and stuff. And dude, that thing is massive. You can stand up inside of it, walk around. The vestibule in the front,
Uh-huh.
you can just sit out there with chairs and hang out while other people are inside the tent. It's awesome.
I love a tent I can stand up in. At
Dude,
6,
well,
2, 6'3".
yeah,
Man,
it's 80 inches.
yeah,
The ceiling is 80
yeah,
inches.
I definitely fit in there, man.
Yeah. Well, here's what we'll have to do. We'll have to do like a car camping trip sometime.
Let's take the
And
wives.
we'll just take that tent and we'll just all use that one tent.
No, I'm gonna
Not
use
with your
different.
wife. Not with your wife, though. That'd be
Oh,
weird.
just the 2 of us?
Yeah, or Jason could come. You could fit 3 people in there and we'd never touch each other.
I was gonna say, there's a 0% chance he would stay in there.
I know, but if we could convince him to do it.
Yeah, maybe if we
Dude,
could put,
he
he
would he'd hang out in the vestibule.
oh, yeah, definitely.
Dude, it's awesome. It's awesome. Let's see. Very true, Karen. I had some nice fires under the redwoods and then the beaches too. Um, Ordered a new 2-person marmot tent for us for Black Friday. It's a little heavier for a small tent, but we want to give a tent another try. Oh yeah, Up Trail. He's a hammock guy.
Marmont makes great stuff.
They
I
do.
have, I got several things of theirs, and my favorite is, my puffy. I have a synthetic puffy, and it is so warm. Got it a size larger than I normally get. That way, I was like, "Man, this is heavy. If I take it in the winter, I can really layer with it."
Yeah. Joel Koss says Kaiser requires a double bag, 95-pound dog.
Oh, man.
Double bag, dude.
Sounds like David Gray.
Double bag. Armand says we need to hike the Laurel Highlands hiking trail. I was going to do that this year, actually. That was my plan for a few weeks ago. And my son is in the phase of the terrible 3. And I love being married. And if I left my wife at home with him for a week by herself, I might not be at the end of it. So I just decided we'll hold that off for a year. But the Laurel Highlands Trail is actually on the list. It's like a 70-mile. I think it's 70 miles for the trail.
Uh-huh.
You can hike in a week. But that's one of the trails I really do want to do. I really want to make it happen. Ben says he's up for it. He said, "Let's do it."
Do it.
Dude, I'd do that with you, Ben. I'd be all about that. Let's see what else we got here. I try to avoid pooping on the trail. The only time I do is after I eat kielbasa's that have been sitting in my backpack for a few days.
It's probably mandatory evacuation at that point.
That's exactly what it is.
That's
Let's see what else we got here. Looks like we're gonna start wrapping some things up. It is 70 miles for the for Laurel Highlands. Peach I call them the Peach Ninja. The Pizza Ninja hopefully will be back in the summer in the Adirondacks. Mark Cummings says the Merck Forest in Vermont, cabins, privies, lean-tos. Adirondacks of New York, lean-tos, privies, pooping, no problem, just cold.
yeah, there you go. That's a perfect spot. Mark Forest.
Yeah, and then Greg Morton says we need to come out to Colorado and do the Collegiate Peaks Loop. I'd be down for that too, man. I'd be totally down for that. So, well, buddy, we got to get off of here. You got to get to sleep. You got to teach tomorrow.
I gotta go to sleep.
You got to go to sleep. Yeah, I got to go, guys. I got to get out of here soon. Yeah, you guys need to leave my house right now.
Sorry. Y'all gotta leave. You don't have
You,
to go home. You just
yeah.
can't stay here.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well, man, it's been a good night. This is our last live stream of 2021. Podcast will still be going on through the rest of the year and through January. Our first live stream back will be the first week of February, first Monday night. So we will be post, I think it's post Super Bowl. So we won't be competing with Monday Night Football anymore.
Yeah. I guess it'd be right after the Super Bowl, right? Isn't that like
Yeah.
the first Monday or something in February?
I think so. I think we're right after the Super Bowl. So the NFL is going to be glad that we waited because now the ratings are going to go back up for Monday Night Football.
Yeah,
Now
they've
that we're
been
going to take
taking
a
a
break.
dip. They've been taking a dip through the regular season, but we're gonna give them a little grace.
Yeah, we'll give them a break for a month. So, anyways, with that said, thanks for tuning in, guys. And ladies, we will be looking forward to talking to you all in February at the next live stream. Have a good one.
Yeah, adios.